Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria. You guys, I'm so excited for today's video. Like, you ever get so excited that it like brings you to tears, but like they're not really tears, my eyes just want to like water because I'm so excited for a full face of Hourglass. You guys, I'm dead inside. Like, I'm dead inside. That's a little darker than I meant. I'm beyond excited about this video. If you follow me on Instagram, I did a little Insta story, and I'll talk about this a little bit as we just like start in the video, but basically, full face of Hourglass makeup is a video I have wanted to film, and I have been like saving, and I could never ever justify spending so much money all at once to do this video. So I've been trying to buy like little things here and there, but as you guys know, my content comes first. And yeah, they had a big sale for Black Friday, and I'm just so excited. So anyways, we're gonna dive into this video. There's only a couple items that I don't have, and we will get into that here shortly. But for now, to start, let's just prime our face. Where did I put that primer? Okay guys, my hair is looking crazy. I haven't done anything with it yet, so it's just like in its full crazed out glory. But for primer, we are gonna get started, and this is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer, and I've actually used this before, oh god, I wanna say probably a year or so ago, and my skin has always been super oily, and back when I tried this before, I didn't like it because it just didn't do anything because, again, super oily. So I'm excited to give it a try today and see if it's any better. And oh, we just spurted everywhere. Just like a nice little white consistency. Let's go ahead and, ooh, it feels like it's almost like a liquid to powder moment. It feels a little greasy, like when you're pressing it into the skin. I definitely could see why, as an oily skin person, I probably didn't like this. Okay. Well, let's hope that now we have a little bit better effect. let's be positive, Paige. Let's try that. Okay. P.S. Something else I didn't mention, and we're about ready to jump into foundation, but I also did my brows off of camera because I don't have like an actual brow pencil from Hourglass, and I love, this is the Colourpop Bangin' Brunette brow pencil, and I love it so much, like I couldn't, I wasn't a, no. I have something, the fiber gel from Hourglass, that we will get into later, but like, obviously I did my brows. These aren't like natural, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, let's get into foundation. We have we have the male. We have the Veil Mineral Primer setting into our skin, and it's soaking in, and I love to let my primers just like sit and meld with my skin for a minute. So as far as foundation goes, which is obviously the next step, I want to have like a little moment here. So when they had their sale, I wanted to pick up another Vanishing stick, which I just did a video recently. It was my top 10 favorite foundations when I had super oily skin. I will link that right up here. And in that video, I talk about the Hourglass Vanishing stick, and I use this foundation a lot. I still use it. I really like it. It's a good mixing foundation for me because the coverage isn't like 100%, but for foundation, I had two choices. I could try this Vanishing stick, which is actually in the shade Porcelain. Normally, I use Alabaster, which is either their lightest or almost their lightest shade, and Porcelain is just a little bit darker. So I could try this by itself because my acne is a little bit less than usual. I have a lot less redness coming through on both sides, which is awesome. So I want to play with this color. I also do have somewhere over in my new bin, I have the Hourglass, it's the Immaculate foundation or something. I have a foundation from them, like a normal quote-unquote liquid one that I haven't tried yet, and I want to try it, but I didn't want to do it for this video because I'm just not in the mood. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to go with something I know and love. So we are going to take this again in the shade Porcelain. We're going to smear it on our face, and I'm going to try it by itself, see how I like it. I'm not going for like super intensely full coverage today. It usually ends up looking that way by the time I'm done. But one of the things that I love about the Hourglass Vanish Stick is that it doesn't take like a ton of product to get okay coverage, and it really presses itself into the skin. And then to help that along, I'm going to take my Juno & Co sponge, which this is that microfiber sponge, hit the internet like a wildfire. Everybody loved it. I will link my video of it right up here, and I tested it to see if it really does deliver like any extra coverage, and it does. So I'm going to go ahead and use this today to see if we can maybe keep a little bit of the coverage for that Vanishing Stick, because I'd prefer, oh my god, that looks so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay. Score. Because I love this foundation. Like, the way that it sits and presses into the skin is so stunning, but I've never been able to get enough coverage for it. So again, one of the reasons I really wanted to do this video today was because I'm like, okay, I actually have a shot at getting the coverage I need because I don't need as much right now, which is great. So I'm a big fan. God, this is so pretty. Oh, God. So while I blend this in, we can go ahead and we can talk for a second because I'm really good at talking. You're welcome. So I know that last week I did a full video of these guys right here, the Hourglass Ambient palettes. I did a full video. I go through, I swatch them, I talk about them. The comparison video I will link up here. And then I also have a video dedicated just to the Unlocked and how I use it and why I love it. I will link that video up here as well. And the reason I say this is because I know you guys just had a bunch of Hourglass talking last week, and this is a video that I'm shooting that I'm really hoping you guys will just be like, okay, we'll give her this one, because I've never been so excited to film a video as I was for this video right now. This Hourglass video literally makes my whole life complete. I love Hourglass, and it's just such a big deal for me because I've never had enough products. I've never had the right products to do this video. And so when this is the first year, 2018 has been the first year that Hourglass actually had like a sale on their website where you'd actually be able to get their products discounted, and it was actually a really good deal. So it was just such a blessing to be able to actually do this video, and I don't know. So I know that you guys just had one, and I promise after this, we are going to, you know, we're gonna go a week without talking about Hourglass. I understand, but please bear with me for this video because I was so excited about it. So normally I think I would add a little bit more coverage right over here because you can still see some acne coming through, but I don't care a ton, and here's why. This is the part where I need a little leniency. I had an Hourglass concealer. I spent 3 hours this morning cleaning and re-cleaning this whole vanity area. All my makeup has been gone through 3 times. I've went through every box I own looking for my Hourglass concealer. I cannot find it, so please, I am so sorry. I apologize. I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape in Porcelain Beige, and I'm so sorry. Like, I legitimately feel bad that I can't find this concealer because I have literally a whole bin of concealer sitting next to me, and I can't find it. You know what else I didn't waste my money on is even like this sale go around. I have not been intrigued by Hourglass eyeshadow. I'm going to be using my little Hourglass, the little minis that I did a video on, and I'm going to be using those for today's video because I looked at all of their palettes and I was just like, no, like I'm not interested in these. And so it was one of those moments for sure where I was like, you know what? I'm not interested. I don't want to play with it. I'm not going to pretend like I want to because I feel like it takes away from how excited I really am to play around with their face powders and their face stuff. Can I also just throw out there that this sponge is working literally fantastic with this foundation and concealer? Like, I love this sponge. Oh my God. And they're so affordable. They're like $6.99. And I think they might have even given Nikki a code. I don't know if it's still an active code, but I thought they gave Nikki Tutorials a code for these. I love how this looks. Okay, now for my entire face, to set my under eyes, everything, I'm going to be using the Hourglass Translucent Veil Powder, which I picked up a new one when the sale happened, but I do have one that is open that you know I'm going to use. So I'm going to re-pat out my under eye, and then I'm going to press this translucent veil under the eye with the Marc Jacobs The Concealer Brush. This is a great brush for packing on anything to the under eye. I really love this. Like, I was like, oh, this brush is gonna suck because Marc Jacobs had a big sale like 4 weeks ago, and their brushes were like 40 or 50% off. There was a couple that I had my eye on for a while, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna prove this business wrong. And you guys, this brush is the perfect shape. Like, it's got this perfect little taper on it, and it's kind of wonderful. So I just like to dip and then press. You know what? While we're doing this, let's set the Hulk real quick. Pat the Hulk out. He's very upset today. Pat him out. Pat him out, and we're going to set him and forget him because he is not a happy camper today. Mr. Hulk, man, you need to calm down. This damn crease, I tell you, he gets so up in arms about the littlest things. For those of you that are new here, this crease, I have a crease right in the middle of my forehead. His name is the Hulk, and he is very irritating all the time. So we set him very good. Okay, so to go in and set the rest of the face, obviously the same powder, the powder puff, and we are going to we're blending this right here in the center, making like a little taco situation, and I'm going to take and just dunk this into here and get some powder all up in this little situation. So now that we've got, I'm going to tap that extra off. There's a lot on there. Take this, I like to go in, fold it, and squeegee that product around and really work it into all the fibers of this powder puff, just to get it good and in there and make sure that it's evenly distributed. That way when we're placing it on our skin, one area is not going to end up with like a big glob of product because it's going to be even over the entire powder puff. Now once we have it good and worked in, you can't see any of it on the surface. We're going to go give it one flick. That brings all of the product that you just pushed down, pushes it back up to the surface, and then we're going to take and we are going to press it all over our face nice and lightly. And this is something that now that my skin isn't as oily, this has been a game changer for me to getting product on my skin and to not over patting it but still being able to set it. And then as you need more, you can just dip in. If you find like, oh, I like to pat a little bit extra on my nose, or I like to pat it a little extra here or there, just go in, pick up a little, tap off the extra, and then tap it into that area. Had to take the foundation down the neck, still gotta set the neck. Otherwise, it is sticky. And having a big sticky jowl neck area is not a good time. I don't care what anybody tells you. It is not fun. Now when it comes to bronzer, I do have one single pan bronzer. It is the only single pan that I've ever let myself own from them. And the color was just slightly too dark. And so I wanted to pick this one up. This is in Diffused Bronze Light. And I'm thinking based on all the swatches that I looked at, the other one was really, really close, but I think this one will be a lot closer. So I'm gonna go in and give myself a little light bronze moment here. Oh girl, oh girl. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a lot. That's a lot of bronzer. Oh God. Okay. Let's. Oh man. This has got pigment. I picked up too much. What am I using? The BH number 2. This is yet again another duo fiber. I told you guys I love my duo fibers for my Hourglass products. I feel like it just goes in and creates the most beautiful veil. What happened on this side is too much product, Paige. So go in with that sponge, pat a little bit of it out, save your life. Okay. Just pat it out. There we go. See? Problem will get better. Let's go ahead and just bronze up this skin. This is so beautiful and effortless, and holy crap, does it have a lot of pigment. I feel like I'm touching it to my pasty ass face and I'm just turning bronze. Like, it's kind of wonderful. Oh my God, look at me, look at me, look at all of my bronzy coloring. Yeah. Yeah, this one is definitely lighter in tone, but it's still super, super rich in pigment. So just be mindful, no matter what color you pick up, girl, be careful. And we're gonna just blend some of that down the neck, because we gotta balance out that damn face, that's why. Oh my God, you guys, these are so cute. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to blush, which I have never obviously purchased an individual blush from Hourglass, because they're like $40, and I'm like, okay, I like Flower Beauty blushes. I like Milani blushes. I like Elf. Like, I love every blush, and I'm not about ready to pay that. But then they had this sale, and all of a sudden I could like justify not buying one, but two. Because one of the things that I love about Hourglass so freaking much is they take a lot of consideration for how you want the product to look on your skin. Do you want it to be soft? Do you want it to be heavy? Do you want it to be really bright and intense and luminous? Or do you want it to be a little bit more demure, a little bit more soft? And these blushes, I picked one up from both categories. I grabbed, this one is Ambient Lighting Blush in Mood Exposure. It's like a really, really light, soft, you can see it right there. Very light, soft, like petal blush. And then I grabbed this one, Ambient Strobe Lighting Blush in Iridescent Flash, because I just wanted to see, like, what does the other end of the spectrum look like? Wham! Still super beautiful, but a lot more punchy, a lot more bright, and definitely a lot more luminescent. So I'm going to grab, and I think I might try using both, but I'm definitely going to use a light hand because I learned my lesson. So for this, I'm going to grab the Sigma Small Duo Fiber F55 brush. It's a nice small-sized duo fiber. It's literally exactly what it says. And I'm going to tap in, tap off, use a small amount, and I actually want to take this color lightly toward the back part of my cheeks and blend it forward, because I think I want to take the lighter blush and put it like right down in that area. So I'm just going to very, very lightly blush up these cheeks, girl. Now, same brush, just because I don't care and I'm lazy, I'm going to grab the other color, which is much, much lighter, very demure looking color. And I'm going to run that one up toward the cheek areas, this cheekle region right here, if you will, and blend it backwards. And I think that that's really going to not only soften the blush, but I think it also kind of aids to this more natural-esque face that we have going on. That's so, oh my God, this blush is like yours if you are a demure princess. Yes. You're like, I'm a princess, but like, I don't want you to know. Like, that's what this blush is. Wow, I don't think I have pores. I'm just throwing it out there. I have none. Like, all my pores are disappeared. They're gone forever. Not a problem that I mind having. So now you guys see me all the time go in with my bronzer and throw that in the crease of my eye look just to like get something there. And today I wanted to do something a little different. I'm going to go for a little bit more of a pink look versus a super nudie kind of look. And so I'm going to take this nice bright pink blush and I'm going to throw that in the crease instead. And I just wanted to show you guys, like, there are other options. You can do other things, use other products. And I was like, well, girl, how about you do it? How about you just throw some of this super pretty pink color right on in your crease, because it doesn't need to be super intense. I'm not going for a very like harsh look today, but I thought that this pink color would just be perfect for a nice subtle glow and a little bit of definition, but not too much toward that crease of the eye. And then we're going to take one of our pretty little shimmers and we're just going to pop that over the center portion of the lid, and oh my god, we're going to call that a day. Because girl, we don't need to be that extra. We just need a little definition. This is such a pretty pink. I'm sorry. Like, I can't get over how beautiful this is. So now, just to go ahead and give myself a little something on the eye, but nothing too crazy, I'm going to go in with one of these little Hourglass Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadows, these little potted things. I did a full review and video. There are 5 colors total, it looks like. Yeah, because that's what I have in front of me, and I think I have them all. So I will link this video right up here. I go through, I swatch them, I talk about them. And for today, I'm going to use the shade Aura. Aura, yeah, A-U-R-A. That's Aura, isn't it? Like Aura, Aurora, I don't know. I'm using this one. It's really beautiful. It has a beautiful pink reflect to it. And it's just, oh my god, these are so beautiful. Now, even though this is like a super demure, a lot less of a look, I'm still going to take a little bit of glitter glue just to make sure that this adheres to the lid and stays there, because your girl is leaving the house and I don't want it to be all falling off and looking crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and just tap a tiny bit of the glitter glue onto this eye, and then I'm going to go in and take this product and smudge it all over. Now, I do also want to throw out there that if you're looking for something that's similar to like the Tarte chrome paint pots or anything like that, that is not what these are. These are very much so a less is more type moment in makeup. These are going to do exactly what they say. They're going to scatter the light, reflect it. It looks super beautiful, but it's not super intense. These are just a very light, demure option for that nice, refined, sophisticated princess in your life. Now, by going in with that glitter glue, I'm able to give myself just a little bit more opacity, a little bit more va-va-voom with these. Still not something that's as reflective or as intense as a chrome paint pot or anything like that, but it does help me feel safer knowing that A, they're on, they're locked in, they're not going to go anywhere, and I just get a little bit more reflection out of them, which I think is gorgeous. So, oh, why am I putting it away? Hello, Paige, you should probably do both eyes. Good idea. Okay, guys, it's time to move on to face powders, and I'm going to talk just a little bit about, listen to me, I'm going to talk just a little bit. I'm always talking a lot. That's a lie. But I want to go through and talk a little bit about their face powders, because they have a lot of different face powders. And in the video where I talked about this one and I compared this one and the other face palette, I was talking about how they have like different tiers of face powders, right? And so in this palette, which again, I reviewed already, number 2, which is this shade, is the finishing powder in the shade Diffused Light, which is a beautiful matte all over literal finishing powder. You take this, you can go over like your blush area, your bronzer, and it just puts the most beautiful filter. No shine, no shimmer, no glimmer. It doesn't do anything other than literally diffuse and like block the haters. Like, I don't know what else to say. It just makes your skin look so stunning. And that's what it is. Just a finishing powder, a nice overall veil. It serves as a good way to get rid of excess powder and replace it with a beautiful, nice, finely milled powder that will go in, settle into the pores, sink into the skin, and look so stunning. So that is an actual finishing powder. Now today, what I have that I picked up from their website are their 2 other type of powders that are more of like a finishing style powder, but not technically a finishing powder, which makes no sense. They have the same look and feel and overall like idea and concept as that powder, except that one is no shine, no fuss, no muss. This one, which is the one I'll be running all over my face today, this is the Ambient Lighting Powder. And what this does is it does deliver all the same benefits as that powder did, but it has a little bit of scattered light to it, a little bit of luminosity, a little bit of something more than flat matte powder like that finishing powder. So this is what I'm going to take right now, and I'm going to run this over my entire face, and I'm not going to lie, probably one of the best moments of my life, so let's just be excited together. Okay, I'm going to use my JH01 big old fluffy powder brush here. I'm just going to dip into this really nice size pan, so expensive, and I'm just going to go over this whole cheek area. Oh my god. Can you guys on camera see a difference? This side has it right here, this side does not. I feel like you can. You can see that it like softens up the blush, it softens up any lines, it just... I'll be here till the end of time, loving my life. Okay. Now I am going to go in real quick, not planned, sorry, but I'm going to brighten up my under eye. This is a step I do in literally every video, and I'm going to use my Revlon Colorstay. Talk about going from one end of the spectrum to the other, but I'm going to take this. This is the Revlon Colorstay 880 Translucent Pressed Powder. I've been loving to put this, did I learn English? I've been loving taking this on like my beauty sponge or my blender, whatever I have right here, and just popping it on the under eye because it's so bright. It just pops and wakes my whole ass up. Like, look at that. Yes, girl. Wow, what is going on with this big chunk of hair? Yuck. It's really starting to bother me. It's like tickling me, so I'm going to put it back in a ponytail and move on. Anybody else hate that? Like, I don't know if it's because I have this autoimmune situation where like my body hates, like I feel literally every single nerve in my body, but sometimes when my hair is just down and it's like touching my neck, I'm like, ugh, and I just can't live. Like I need to get it off my neck. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Now, for the next couple of powders here, I grabbed Brilliant Strobe Light and I grabbed Incandescent Strobe Light. These are both, you guessed it, the Strobe Lighting Powders. These are the ones that are not technically like a highlight, but they come off looking like a very nice, natural, soft highlight. And you can typically, from everything I've seen, you can build them up and make them a little bit more. So, just to compare and kind of contrast what we've already seen on my channel, we have in this guy right here, this was the Unlocked Edit. We have this one. Now this is their metallic strobe lighting powder. For them, their metallic strobe lighting powder is a very intense, like what we would know as a traditional highlight. Shifting gears out of that palette into the Lighting Volume 4 palette, this one right here, shade number 3, this is a strobe powder, which is what we're looking at the next ones in the Hourglass video that we're shooting right now, these little individuals. That's the same powder as what is this guy right here. So if you have it, I just wanted to give you like a frame of reference for these other powders and compare them. So you can see the much more blinding one right here, and then directly above that you have the lighting strobe powder, strobe lighting powder, which is very, very demure. It's very soft, but it's a very soft sheen. So we're going to be using it as like a lighter kind of faux highlight just to see if it builds, how it builds. So basically, before diving into these guys right here, I just wanted to give you that little bit of an explanation and kind of go through that portion, just so if you already have it, you kind of know what powders you would be looking at, because I know for me especially, like I was looking on their website and it's very overwhelming to try to find the right things because all the names are super similar and it's just like, I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I just am not good at like reading and deduction, but I was having a difficult time discerning between like this powder and that powder and a finishing and a strobe and a blah, blah, blah. So that way, if you guys have these other palettes or you watch that video, you know what you're kind of looking at mapped over onto this side. And I was actually really glad too that I picked up these little strobe powders, because in this Edit Volume 4 palette, the shade that's in here is Euphoric Strobe Light, and it's too dark for me. I cannot use this alone. I can't use it as a highlight, and because not only is it not a highlight really like intensely, but it's just too dark for my skin tone. It actually casts like a brown streak right here, so it's kind of a no dice. I like to take it and I actually mix it. This whole, what is it? I mix these 3 and I do like a filter on the face, or I'll add it in with my bronzer and make it a little bit more luminescent. So I do use it, I just don't use it like as a glowy cheek brightening kind of area. So it'll be nice to get to play around with a strobe powder in that area and see if it looks good. In any event, before we jump into these strobe lighting powders, I am going to set my face, because before I go in with anything attempting to even highlight my skin, I always set my face. I really love to meld my powders together. So I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Love this. Use it all the time. It's so good. Now, because these powders are a much more diffused, a much more natural glow, I'm going to be applying them with the Pro 5M brush. This is from Furless Cosmetics, and it's a really nice, beautiful, all-over type fan brush style, and I just feel like that will match this aesthetic. It'll help me kind of get an overall glowy, flushed cheek without, you know, going overboard. I don't know where the line is, so I want to start by applying with something that I know is really going to fan the product on nice and large, but like not be too concentrated. So, which one do I want to go in with first? Like in pan, these are so similar. I had such a hard time with these online, you guys, because they literally look almost eye freaking identical on the website. So the lighter one, it looks like, is incandescent, and then the other one is brilliant. And I'm not gonna lie, brilliant looks a lot more reflective. It looks a lot more like a highlight. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh my God, these are so pretty. Okay, you're not gonna be able to see them on camera. I don't even know why I would try to show you. You guys, these are freaking gorgeous. So let's start off on this side with incandescent strobe light. And just on this big old fluffy guy right here, really drape it in sexiness here. Oh my God. Okay. Got a good amount of product. Get the little damn fuzzies off. Rude. And let's just kind of... Oh, this is pretty. Now, I think on the website, this is the one that they said was almost like iridescent, could cast a little like purple, like give you like that light, pale purple kind of moment. And I'm seeing it a little bit, but it's not bad. Like, it's just very, very light, and it is adding a very beautiful... I don't even know if I want to say highlight, but it's almost, what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's shooting the light back at the camera and at the world really nicely, but it's not like a super intense blinding highlight like a traditional highlight would be, you know? Wow, that's gorgeous. Okay, so I love that. On this side, I'm going to try the other one, which is Brilliant Strobe Light. This one looks to be a lot more of like a goldy yellow kind of reflect. And we're just going to take same brush, well, same brush, but I'm flipping it over. And then I'm going to pick up product and go in. Yeah, this one actually feels a lot softer too. That's weird. Okay. And it looks more like glittery kind of. Huh. Whoa. I'm sorry. That's like a highlight, right? I didn't anticipate this. Hello? What is happening? You guys, this one's damn near a highlight. Look at the glow. Oh, hello, my friend. Say hello to my little friend. It's a strobe lighting powder. Okay, guys, let's get real. Like, I love a good glowy skin. I think it's beautiful, but I have to have just a little bit more. I'm going to take my Alpha, my Omega. This is the Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. This is my holy grail for everything in life. I'm going to grab just a little bit of it because a little bit is intense and a little goes a long way. And I'm going to take it on that same Furless brush. I'm going to hit the top of my cheekbones. I don't want to, like, overdo it. I don't want it to be too much because I am really loving the more natural-esque moment we're having. But I also don't want it to be like so subtle that I have no highlight, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to like find my inner balance, my inner sexy. Oh my God. Ooh, I actually love the way that this pairs with that glowy strobe powder because it doesn't look so harsh. It like creates a bed for your highlight to sit on that looks a lot more natural, if you will. That's really beautiful. Okay, love that. Ooh, you know what else too? While I'm at it, I'm gonna grab this guy right here, this same metallic powder, and I'm gonna highlight my brow bone and my inner eye because I look crazy without them highlighted. All to Jesus. You know, so I'm gonna do while I'm right here anyways, in this little metallic strobe palette, I'm gonna grab this light pink shade on the end. It's super, super beautiful. It's a very nice, like soft, glowy pink. And I'm going to grab that just on my finger and pop that in like the inner portion of the eye just to brighten up that area. I think it'll make a big difference. And it pops right on top of that scattered light, and I think it'll just sit down. Oh, yes. Oh my God. Like, look at how much more open and awake that eye looks. Yep. Yeah, we love that. Okay. Okay, now before I move on to the rest of the products, we're going to go ahead and set our face for the last time. One more little go around with the Urban Decay setting spray. And then I'm going to go in with just a couple little sprays of the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. This I've just been obsessed with. I can't even explain it. I think it's amazing. All right, so now we're going to move on to the last couple of products on the face, and one of those is my fiber gel. So I told you I already went in. The Colourpop Bangin' Brunette is what's in my brows right now, but I love this fiber gel because I love to put it in. It gives my brows like a little bit of definition to like the 7 brow hairs that I have, but if you have a full brow, something that you even need to like tame down, keep it in place, this is seriously such a beautiful volumizing fiber gel. I have seen so many people go in with just this in their brows, and if you have natural full brows at all, this is honestly one of the best ways to make them look more flousy, more luxurious, more perfect than they already are. And for me, because I don't have a ton of brow hair, I'll take any extra looking brow hairs I can get. But more than that, I love adding this after I've done all my face, all my powder products, because going in with this just helps get out any powder that might have gotten in there. It reshapes the brows, gives them a little bit of fluffy volume, and it just looks so beautiful. And it doesn't fight with any other brow product. Like if I'm using a brow pencil, if I'm using a pomade, when I'm using my powder, like it doesn't hurt. It just goes in and clings to those brows, makes them look a little bit more luxurious and a little bit more fabulous. And I love this stuff. Something I've definitely already been loving, but I bought another one at the sale because I needed it and I didn't want to run out. So fix that quick right in a hurry. And just like that, you guys, everything is on my face. I actually went ahead and I hate filming, putting on mascara, putting on lipstick. I just think it is so boring. So I went ahead and I fixed my hair and I fixed just the rest of my face. And I thought that we would end this by going over the last couple of products. So what I used for mascara was obviously their Caution mascara, which is somewhere, hello, which is this big beast right here. And I used it today. I have used it before. It is not my favorite mascara. I think that both high-end and drugstore options, there are several other mascaras that I would recommend before this one. It is a very dry formula and it does get clumpier faster because of that. So those are not like the things I look for. I don't typically like a dry mascara. I feel like I have a difficult time manipulating it. And this one is no exception. I do end up having to go over my lashes several times to like work the clumps out and to work out the issues. It's not a bad mascara. It's not my favorite. Nothing I would repurchase, and I didn't repurchase for the sale, which I think is probably tells you everything you need to know. As far as like the packaging and the component and like the feel of this, it is a beautiful looking, feeling, luxurious ass mascara. So that they have going for them. The formula just isn't my favorite, which I think it's okay. You know, not everything is everyone's cup of tea, and that's that. But that's what I put on my lashes for today. And then for the lips, I'm actually so excited. I've wanted to play with this and I would never let myself. This is the Confessions Refillable Lipstick Duo. You get like this beautiful little component, and then they give you a cartridge here which has the color, I don't know what color, hello? The color At Night, which is like a really beautiful brick-toned red. And then in the actual cartridge itself, you get the color My One Desire, which is like a really nice mauve-y tone. That's what I'm wearing for the most part all over my lips right now. And I love this component. I love this packaging. It's very like sleek and sophisticated. And it reminds me of the Titanic when they had like those cartridges that they would use to like smoke their cigarettes, but they had like this piece and then you would put the cigarette in it and smoke it. That's what this reminds me of. And I just think that it's so interesting and it's such a beautiful way to like present a lipstick that's not traditional. Like we've seen all the standard bullet style and we've seen those 1,000 times, and I just love that they came out with something that was different. It's still beautiful, it's still sexy and sensual, but it's different and I love it. And again, it has like this beautiful like feminine quality to it, very like demure, and I love that. I love that that's what their whole everything is all about, like that demure quality, and I think it's so beautiful and aesthetically pleasing. So that's what I'm wearing on my lips right now. And then in the center, I just wanted like a little something, like a little pop, a little gloss. So I grabbed my Clinique gloss here. This is in the shade Air Kiss, and it's super, super pretty. Just a nice like nudie pink color. Obviously, it's not Hourglass, but I just wanted something that would give me like a beautiful little shiny moment and pop the center of the lip and not fight the lipstick. So overall, a very comfortable duo. Everything went on great. And you guys, I'm so excited for this video. Like just sitting here and filming it was so surreal. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm beyond excited and happy that I can sit and film this video for you guys. And you know, it just goes to show too, one of the things that I mentioned at the beginning, I think I said this at the beginning of the video, I've always been the type of person that when I go to buy product, if I want it, that's not a good enough reason, because I go through and I review so much and I'm not on any PR lists. So everything that I review and all of that, for the most part, I have to buy myself. And so if I want something, I have to be able to justify it. And I've never been able to justify purchasing so much of this Hourglass makeup because there was no point to it. I couldn't make a video out of it, this, that, and the other. And so to finally be in a position where it makes sense to do it, and then they have a sale and I can actually like afford to purchase so much of it, it was just so great and so amazing. So thank you, you guys, for watching, and thank you, Hourglass, for finally putting your stuff on sale. And just thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching my videos and for helping my channel grow and for being here. And thank you for letting me make one more Hourglass video that I know is only a week apart from the other one. I promise I will stop. But thank you again so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you had fun going through these products with me, playing around with them, testing them. And anytime I do a video like this where I think it might be a little bit uninformative, a little bit, you know, just blah, I do try to go through and give you as much information as I can, which is why I took the time to go through and break apart, you know, the different powders and compare it to the powders in the palette and try to like loop everything together. So I know that it might be a little longer, it might be a little bit more drawn out, but I hope that it was helpful. Now, if you guys love this video as much as I do, please do not forget to comment and like down below. Also, definitely do not forget to subscribe. I put up new videos Monday through Friday. They go up bright and early, sometime between 6 and 7 a.m. in Northern Michigan time, which is like between 3 and 4 a.m. I think out in California. So you guys are getting good, fun, fresh, early content 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And you guys, I love doing it so, so much. And if you ever catch yourself wondering, what does Paige do behind the scenes? Does she have an Instagram or a Twitter? Yes, she does. And they are both linked down below. I am super active lately on Instagram. I do Insta stories. I tell stories on there. I post a ton of photos, like both makeup-y type photos and non-makeup photos and cat photos and baking photos on my Instagram. I am not the Instagram if you're wanting like always crazy fun out there, beautiful, like perfectly lit and face-tuned photos. That's not me. I like to show a balance of like makeup and real life. So if that's your thing and you love following someone that's relatively normal, please let me know and follow me and comment and tell me that this video sent you, because I love knowing where you guys come from and how you found me. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, you mean the brushes aren't supposed to be a part of the picture? Why are they there now and they weren't before? Oh, because the giant... Oh God, okay, all right. I lied. Please don't hurt me. Oof, Paige's hair is looking crazy today. Why are you guys puffier than usual? What? Oh, it's because you're not... Is that a little better? I quit. You know what? You're pretty. You can be in the shot. I don't care anymore. Okay, I started all over. Now, while that is... No, started all over. Top 10 products, or top 10 foundations that I love. Okay, all right. I don't know. Sorry, guys. Got to talk to a girl about a sandwich platter. Very important. It involves bagels. That is such a beautiful, breathable, like, looking skin moment. Those words all came out in the wrong order. What were you even trying to say? Face powders, face powders. I love my face powders. Am I in focus? Is my audio plugged in? I'm not about ready to take a chance. Oh my God, there's that strobe effect again. Hello. Excuse me, light. No, thank you, sir. Wow, a lot of chins on that angle. It was not a good situation.